Hello and welcome to Pod Don't Lie with Sam and Stav. We got our special guest here, my boy. What a wonderful day it is to have you here, Jamel Johnson, everyone. Smoking Spice from LA.
Nah,
Welcome,
this
Jamel.
K2. This K2. I make my own K2.
smoking homegrown K2.
I make
What,
K2
should
in
I
my
know
bathroom.
Should I know what K2 is?
It's
K2
Spice.
K2 is some real, like, if you graduated high school in like 2004 to 2006.
I was
did.
07. I was 07.
Oh, you knew
I
Spice?
was, I was 05. I don't
caught-
know.
yeah.
You caught the tail end of the Spice? The Spice
Yeah,
clan?
it might also be a class issue, Jamel. You know what I mean? We're coming out the mud over here. Sam was
That's
in
fair.
Manhattan, dude. They didn't
That's
need
fair.
Spice. He was doing
Yeah,
cocaine at
sure.
14.
Yeah,
I've
that's
never
fair.
done cocaine in my life.
Wow.
Isn't that
Really?
crazy? New York City kid, never done it.
You got
Unbelievable,
offered it
dude.
when you was 14, though.
I did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did, and a kid snorted and jumped out of a fucking window, and I was like, I'm gonna chill, and I'm gonna have some weed instead.
That kid was worth $200
Yeah.
million.
The heir of the Biscoff fortune jumped out of a fucking 4-story, 50-story floor window on Fifth Avenue. While me and Jamel are smoking synthetic marijuana.
Yeah, this was K2 Spice was. They would take potpourri and spray fake weed
Yeah.
on it,
Oh shit!
and then you would die.
Yeah. Well, I remember when it first came out because everyone had friends that like were on probation or were getting drug tested, and it was like everyone celebrated. We were like, dude, it's weed you can smoke, and no one's got to know about it. I was getting drug tested my freshman year of college because I got caught smoking weed. So when K2 came out, I was like, oh, brother.
Oh,
Time
my
to
So it's
fucking-
not in your urine?
Whatever it does, it fucks you up. Like people go
it's only
crazy
in
and
your
kill
brain.
each other, and like some people it's like it was like the precursor almost to bath salts. I would say it's in that family.
Sure, no, definitely.
People did go crazy, but yeah,
I like that you
definitely.
guys do not know. You've been trying to explain what this is to me for like 3 minutes. You don't know what's in it, and you're like, it goes straight to your brain, though, dude. It's fucking great.
And you
Brain
better believe
only.
you better believe I hit a lot of bong rips of Spice when I was 19 years old.
Bro, that's so cruddy, man. I'm
Hey,
so
what
sorry.
are you gonna do? In
I'm
the
so
University of
sorry.
Maryland, in the UMBC dorms, dude, just smoking Spice out of a fucking gravity bong.
I do remember gravity bongs. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Those are pretty good.
Those are beauties. But we are here, guys. We're doing excuse the Spice talk. You never know.
Yeah.
We're liable to go really deep into Spice.
No, I think it's
At the drop of
appropriate
a
for today's subject. Synthetic weed, PCP,
That's true.
all line up with the early 2000s Wizards.
That's
Oh,
right.
no.
Yes,
Yeah.
we've got Jamel here. He is our resident Washington Wizards fan. DC super fan overall, I would say. You're pretty much in there no matter what it is.
Yeah, that's for sure. I'm watching the goddamn DC Assault. I'm watching fucking the fucking Baltimore Blast reruns.
Hey, come on! Don't you dare come up on 95, bro. The Blast is mine.
Nah. I've
You
been
don't
up
get
there.
the indoor, Sam. That's the indoor soccer league, by the way. Is the
Yeah.
Oh, my
Baltimore
God.
Blast.
Yeah. Shouts out to the Warthog, nigga. I used to trap out the bathroom at the Warthogs games.
No shit. Warthogs. Holy
What's
shit.
that? Lacrosse?
Yeah.
No,
that's
Bayhawks.
just the other. Yeah, the Bayhawks is lacrosse. The Warthogs is just the other indoor. Baltimore had two
That's
indoor
right.
teams.
That's right.
Warthog is what I called my penis after doing the road last year.
Yeah.
And, what
Yeah.
what
But we got Big Mel in here to discuss because Sam, we were watching. We randomly hopped on the NBA together, guys. I don't know if you guys are. We're watching a lot of old fucking games. I don't know if you're doing that,
Yeah.
Jamel, but
Yeah.
the NBA live streams basically every night they live stream a different classic game. And I
Right.
think 2 nights ago, Sam, you watched basically all of T-Mac goes off for I think 60 or 62 against the
62
Wizards.
against the Wizards, but Arenas had 40 something, which is I mean, Arenas was such a killer, but
And that was the year before. That was 03-04, and that was the year before Arenas. That was before he was an All-Star. That was like his
Yeah.
watch out for him next year. You know.
And that was-
T-Mac dropped an ugly 62. Like he should have had 80 without
Yeah.
question.
Oh yeah.
He
for
missed
sure.
like 8 free throws. He was bricking layups at the end.
Yeah.
He was tired. He was
Yeah.
doing a lot.
And it was just such a fucking bizarre team. I mean, both those teams were so fucking weird. 03-04 Wizards. I mean, that horrible post-Jordan, pre-little Arenas, that 3-year Arenas run that he had, that was
Epic.
a fucking disgusting team.
Agent Zero.
everything up until when we sign Agent Zero is trash bag. It's not
dude.
good.
Who was your guy before Arenas? Who do you have before him?
Nigga, Jihadi White. We
Let
had
me
a
give
few guys. Oh, what you guys stop?
Let me give you a little rundown of who was on that team, by the way. And what the Wizards were doing at that time was one of the most hilarious draft strategies of just take anyone that went to Maryland. So they had on that team, on the 03-04 team, they had 3 members of the fucking Maryland national championship team. They had Gilbert Arenas is the point guard. They have fucking Lonnie Baxter in his first year.
Wow.
They have Steve Blake his rookie year. They
Love
have Juan Dixon. They have Juan Dixon also was on that fucking squad.
Juan Dixon used to do his thing though.
Whoever the fuck Torrey Braggs is from Xavier. Do you remember him? Kwame Brown in his second year.
Both of them cheeks. Both individually cheeks. That's what I remember. They were both cheeks.
I mean, Kwame was fucked. Jordan was just you fed him. He ate him like he was fucking a baby getting stem cells from Christopher Reeves in a South Park episode. He just ingested.
You forgot Christian Laettner though. Speaking of college fucking studs, they had Laettner. Laettner had a couple years.
Yeah, they had Laettner, Brendan Haywood, of course. How could we forget?
Brendan Haywood was supposed to be a stud.
Yeah,
Larry
he was
Hughes.
our guy for all of that.
Yeah.
Larry Hughes. I love Larry Hughes with all my heart. I love a
two-way
dude
player.
Yeah, and officially didn't care about winning.
Yeah. On
the record.
That's how the Knicks got him. That's how the Knicks got him. They were like, he was like, I don't care about winning. We're like, 3-year deal.
You're gonna
do this.
Yeah, you're gonna fit in just right here, partner. We had, I mean, this is Jared Jeffries
another Knick
ruining the Knicks. Brevin Knight.
Well, Isaiah Thomas signed Jared Jeffries to the Knicks. He signed him for like a $30 million deal. Back when $30 million should not have gone to a guy who can't make a fucking shot.
Oh yeah,
it was insane. And they signed Jerome James the same fucking year, $35 million.
Brutal. Jerome James off of the strength of I think one playoff game where he did okay. Then we have Laettner Stackhouse after, that trade that, Hamilton sent Hamilton to the Pistons. Etan Thomas, Jihadi White, like as mentioned.
Etan was kind of nice though, wasn't he?
And then Chris
Etan was all right. He just had like heart problems. Jihadi White, not nice. Was on our roster for 6 years.
Oh, I remember him.
6 years. He played for 3 teams. He played for us for 6 years.
Oh my God.
He played for 2 other teams for 5 minutes apiece.
Incredible, dude. Yeah. The Wizards were fun. I mean, what a hilarious
Etan Thomas should have been better, though, because just watching that game, like, he kind of had a post game. He was built. He was kind of like a nice-looking player.
I think he had heart problems.
He had heart problems, and he was kind of short,
Curry
too.
Shit.
Yeah.
He was how tall was he? He wasn't that tall.
They got him 6'9" on
6'9", but I think they were lying about that.
So how'd you get? You got Arenas, so
yeah.
You got Arenas, so you got Arenas from the Warriors, who was like, I kind of saw him being a stud, but with the Warriors, I was like, oh shit, this guy, he got like 18 a game or so one year with the Warriors, and then I was like, oh shit, this guy's kind of nice. And then you got Hughes and Caron Butler, wasn't that the squad?
Well, no,
Hughes was already on the team.
Yeah, it goes Arenas, then we get Antoine Jameson.
Ooh, yeah.
So we fleeced the Warriors twice. Then
yeah.
Yeah, people forget how shitty the Warriors were. The shittiest team in the league. That's the funniest thing. Like how quickly shit changes with a good owner. Just like they were fucking a laughingstock. The Wizards were picking on them. Do you understand that? If the Washington Wizards are fleecing you back to back, that's brutal. That's tough.
It was the only good thing Ernie Grunfeld did, because before that, people like to make fun of Ernie Grunfeld, but the worst GM we ever had was Wes fucking Unseld.
Yes.
Wes Unseld did not do shit. He got hired because he got some rebounds in the 70s.
How dare you? Do not slander Wes Unseld. Baltimore Bullet legend.
He assembled some of the worst basketball teams I've ever seen.
He was a horrible GM, for
We
sure.
started Chris Whitney for like 3 years, bro.
Yeah, you guys had some dark teams. Fuck. Yeah, Ernie Grunfeld with the Knicks had him for a minute, and he actually wasn't. We like to hate on him, but we didn't know how good we had it.
Yeah.
I mean, great players a lot of the times make horrible GMs.
It's not good. You know how I know all them Wizards fucking suck? Because none of them are verified on Twitter. Tyrone Nesby is on Twitter, and he is not verified.
Go find Popeye Jones. He's out there.
I just requested Popeye Jones.
He's private.
His private,
man.
not verified.
That's rough. You know those ears can't handle the non-verified account. I mean, the comments you get if you're not private.
Goddamn, Popeye Jones was so fucking funny, dude. That guy was hysterical.
He played exactly like his name was Popeye Jones, just
100%.
goofy as fuck.
Honestly, it feels like a racist. What he came out of the mind of a racist white person. Like they just think he just looks like a caricature. He's got big floppy ears. Popeye. Like some racist guy thinks black people named themselves Popeye. You know what I mean? Like it just he's a hysterical guy.
Yeah, definitely a Bagger Vance beta.
Absolutely, dude. Yeah, he's from some screenplay where Popeye Jones helps a young impressionable Matt Damon learn free throws. That's
played by Christian Laettner. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, a hilarious team. Those Wizards were so fucking funny, dude.
Oh, wait, go ahead.
Oh, well, I'm watching the game and just watching T-Mac light them up. It was it's like, you got to be fucking bad to because T-Mac just double team him, man. He had rookie Deshaun Stevenson. I don't even think he had Mike Miller at the time. Like they had fucking no one.
That Magic team was as weird and funny as the Wizards team. They had
no one.
I'm looking at this fucking roster right now. It's like Juwan Howard was like their best second play. Like Juwan Howard, you had rookie Deshaun Stevenson, you had rookie Zaza Pachulia. Tyronn Lue probably is the best. You know,
he was their point guard. I mean, this is a bad team. Like T-Mac got paid.
And he played for us. That's crazy.
Yeah, Pat Garrity.
Yeah, Garrity could stroke it, but I mean, they were
Drew Gooden. They had Drew Gooden.
He ended up being
damn
good.
Rod Strickland in his 15th year.
Wait a second. Are you telling me the Magic and the Wizards just swapped rosters?
They were just swapping players, dude.
That's true.
They just swapped players for 5 straight years? What the fuck?
Well, they had similar records. They were both 20-something win teams, I think. You're watching T-Mac just like, that's got to be weird because he could have been with Vince and then he just was like, fuck it, I'm going my own way. Signed with them, but they had Grant Hill, right? When he signed with the Magic, they have Grant Hill. That could have been fucking.
Or ankle, right? When is
that could have been crazy, though.
Yeah.
T-Mac with a prime Grant Hill.
No, that would have been amazing.
Should not have left. That would have been wild. But I don't think anyone really wanted to be in Toronto long-term anyway.
Yeah. You said that was 03, this game?
This was 03-04. Yeah, it was in March 04.
This is right before they changed the divisions.
Oh, interesting.
That was just something that I noticed. We were just getting our ass tossed in the fucking Atlantic Division for the whole, 90s.
Yep. Now it's South. Wait, where the Wizards are in Atlantic, but not. They broke it up into Southeast or what?
Yeah, we're Southeast. I don't know where they had Orlando before that, but
yeah.
How do you feel about the Wizards now? Like, what do you think of this roster you got?
I don't know. It's fine.
It's fine. Jamel's been taking in Mystics games, dude. That's why.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, exactly. I'm rocking with the sticks. I mean, no, honestly, bro, I feel okay about it.
Yeah, really.
I feel okay about it. I mean, at least we got younger, and we had to get rid of IT by any means. I mean,
where's
IT
now?
into at the crib.
Yeah, IT's gone, dude. He's done. I feel bad for the guy. Huh?
They sent him to the Clippers, and then the Clippers waived him.
Damn.
And so we got the Clippers. So basically, we got everybody that we were looking at for the last 2 drafts. We all have them based off letting go of IT and cats who fucking suck for us anyway.
But Wall is gonna. I mean, what's he got? 2 years left?
Yeah, I know.
2 years left.
Yeah. And he seems, I don't know. At least he's on the court.
Yeah, he's been dunking. There's some footage of him dunking.
Yeah.
but I don't know, man. Bradley Beal was looking fucking pit. Like, I didn't want to start talking about modern Wizards yet, but it's like, that's tough. I think you're in a fucking rough spot, bro.
I think because Bradley Beal hates change so much.
Interesting.
That we'll at least we'll be an 8 seed for the rest of my life.
You think a nurse keeps Bradley Beal there?
I think, yeah. I think Brad and these dudes, I think we were never going to catch Orlando this year. And I'm kind of hoping that
what a hilarious phrase, dude.
Oh, dude, I've been saying it for years. If we can just catch up with Nikola Vucevic and the gang.
I'm telling you, man.
This is awesome watching YouTube because it's like, listen, I was never a Wizards. I watched the Wizards games because they were in network or whatever, and I was watching Jordan obviously because it was like you're in middle school, you love basketball, so I watched all those games. I knew the Jordan Rip Hamilton team really well, but once Jordan was gone, I was like, fuck, I don't give a fuck about DC, fuck them. So I'm not like a Wizards fan. I'm not like an old suffering Knicks fan. I'm like the stepchild. So it's funny to see you two just the misery that's just in your sports DNA.
It's tough. It's tough, man.
I've made peace with it. I've decided that this is our place in the world. We are to be served up to whoever is.
In some ways, Jamel, it's sadder to be a Wizards fan because the Knicks always have this mythical, like, well, if Dolan goes, you know what I mean? But like Leonsis isn't a bad owner.
He's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's willing to pretty much spend money. He wants to be competitive. But
yeah, he never dropped a fucking contemporary folk album.
Yeah. Yeah. He's never making you listen to him play fucking harmonica.
Yeah, he's at the crib eating fucking keto.
Yeah, he is. My man dropped some weight. He's looking good.
Yeah, I know, but
Dolan's got his teeth whitened. He's looking good. He's doing all right.
Leonsis is more fuckable, I think. If we went back to the owner fuckability index, and Leonsis, he's got that nerd that never fucked and lost weight energy, which is like not great, but it's better than the nerd that just has fucked his whole life and doesn't have to like the rich kid that doesn't understand that these women aren't into him for how hot he is. Dolan probably thinks he's sexy.
Dude, you need to find a church, dude. You really got to find a church. No,
you're gonna send me to church in the middle of the COVID crisis, Sam, for bad mouthing James Dolan's sex life. Sam wants me taking communion.
Dolan, yeah, I don't know. You're right. I mean, we had that whole like, if we had a good owner, who wouldn't want to play in the Garden thing? So that is tough. Right. But I kind of thought there was a moment where I was like, did you for a minute think like, shit, I got Wall, I got Beal. Did you think maybe Durant was going to come?
No.
Yeah, what are the moments of hope?
No. I never thought he was going to come because I don't want to live in DC either.
Right. Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah. I get that. He clearly didn't want to come home, but there were some moments. I mean, remember that Hawks series when Wall breaks his hand?
When Wall breaks his hand, that's like, yeah. I'm like, no, we're beating Indiana. We're beating whoever, fuck everybody.
Yeah.
And then fucking, I mean, us losing to Boston was, it wasn't embarrassing.
Yeah.
No, didn't you go 7 with Boston?
Yeah.
Isn't that the series that John Wall fucking jumps on the table after game, what was it, 6?
Yeah, and that's when I knew we were losing game 7. I was like, oh, he forgot.
Did you remember when Beal got paid big before Wall and Wall kind of had a hissy fit about it? Was like, I'm the guy. Why is he getting more money? Like, what do you think of that?
I mean, that's not how. I mean, is that what I thought? I thought Wall got paid, and then Beal got paid more.
Yeah, that's what happened.
That's what happened.
But then they came through and they paid Wall, and now that's their problem is that they did make good on the Wall contract, and they basically gave him essentially Russell Westbrook's contract, and they're fucked now because they just wanted to please everybody.
The problem was Otto Porter. Like,
right.
I know that the beef seemed like it was that, but honestly, bro, like the way we handled that shit was criminal, bro.
Yeah.
We should have let that dude walk.
$100 million.
Are you fucking kidding me?
That was like, remember when Mozgov got paid like 65 for being big? There was like a romance period for the 3-and-D guy.
True. Yeah.
Don't even give me. And then y'all Mahimi.
Oh, Mahimi is brutal, bro.
Mahimi, man, that was rough.
That one is completely inexcusable.
He took our money and then opened a steak and shake in France. That's what he did with our bread.
Did he really?
Yeah.
I respect that.
That one is completely indefensible. Otto Porter, I can at least see like, because on paper it's like, this is the guy that makes it work. He spreads the floor. He
was
covers
good
for
for a
Wall
minute,
on
though.
defense.
He had the year. He had a year where he was like top 2 or 3 in 3-point percentage, and that was that year.
D.
That was that year that we went 7 with Boston, and then he got hurt
Right.
in that series, and it basically just wasn't the same since.
Yeah, and he's been hurt pretty much ever since.
Yeah, and we sat on the bread. They like Sacramento wanted to pay him like 112 or something fucking insane, and we were
Sacramento.
like, we got tricked by Sacramento. Like, oh, if Sacramento wants him, yeah, Sacramento wants him. Give him up.
If Vladi wants him, dude, let that motherfucker have him.
Let him have him.
Let Vladi will pay. He'll play $80 million to Dino Raja now for old time's sake. Just fucking get on the court.
That would be awesome if Vladi just starts using it as a money laundering thing for the Serbian mafia. He just starts signing like fucking, capos in the Serbian fucking organized crime to $80 million deals.
Shouts out to Dino Raja. I remember one time I was at a party over by Wonderland Ballroom, and this girl said she hung out with Dino Raja, and I got hard like immediately.
He had a minute, man. That Yugoslavian national team was sick.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
He was. That's how bad the Celtics were. Dina was their guy for a minute.
Oh yeah.
It was like
Yeah,
Dina. It was Dina and Dana Barros, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!" The Celtics suck, and the Knicks are gonna. I mean, it was our moment. It was our moment, and we blew it.
It really, truly was. Yeah,
well, at least y'all made a final. Making a final, the Wizards are
we made
never
two
going.
in the 90s.
Yeah, the Wizards are never going to make a final.
It's true. But the Knicks might be done. I mean, we made finals because we had competent coaching and ownership, and it's like I was watching '90s Knicks. I watched Game 7 when the Knicks beat the Bulls. We went to 7. They didn't have Jordan that year, but we still beat them.
Yeah.
And dude, the Bulls had a good team. I mean, even without Jordan, it's like fucking Pippen was unreal. They had Horace Grant, B.J. Armstrong. These guys could all fucking Kukoc. Like that's a fucking great team without Jordan. And
that's the year. That's the year where the Knicks basically like told their mom, "Fuck you, you dumb bitch! You don't tell me what to do." And then their abusive stepdad came back the next year and just beat the shit out of him again. It was like, "I'm a grown up." It's like
we had a year and a half.
No, I'm with you though. That was beautiful, but it's like so literally Jordan. It was like he was toying with Knicks fans' emotions by going away, letting the Knicks make a final, and then being like, "Oh, I'm back, by the way."
Yeah,
but
it fucking hurt, man. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, brutal stuff.
I watched that Game 3, the '99, the year y'all lost to the Spurs. The Game 3 of the East Finals where Larry Johnson hits the 4-point play.
Oh,
against the Pacers.
Shot. Yeah. Dude.
Was it a foul? We don't know. It doesn't matter.
I'm not worried about that. The foul was Larry Johnson's appearance. He just looked like he looked so disheveled.
I love him.
What was up with him?
Biggest shot of my lifetime.
That was awesome. Dude. And then he did that dumbass the fucking Roomba, like he was fucking salsa dancing.
I loved it. Dude, Bill Walton hated him. Bill Walton was such a fucking asshole. Like every game he announced, he would just be like, I watched him commentate the Bulls Sonics the finals, and he was like, anyone who wasn't Jordan, he was like, oh, Michael Jordan, this guy can play. And it's like, yeah, motherfucker, he can play.
Yeah,
it's
no
not like
shit.
Caden and Kemp are fucking scrubs.
Yeah.
But he talked down. He talked down to him.
He's a weird announcer.
I think Steve Jones hated Magic Johnson.
Really?
Yeah, I was watching the fucking. They had Rockets Sonics. It was like the West Game 7 of the West semis in like '93, and Magic was just kind of giving Steve a hard time, and Steve was like, "Yo, fuck you, bro. You just got here."
Yeah, for sure. Oh, I could see that for sure. You know how bad Steve Jones wanted to be like, well, at least I don't have AIDS. Why don't we take a little break and let everyone who doesn't have HIV speak for a second?
I could hear it in his voice, man. Because it was after one break, like somebody got a big dunk, and then Steve broke the play down going to commercial, and then Magic was like, "That's all you gonna say?
Yeah,
that's all you gonna say."
Well, Magic's a psycho. He's got that
Steve's
sweet
like, "What are you talking
charisma? He's got that sweet charismatic demeanor, but you know he's a psycho underneath." And Steve Jones has aged. However, whatever he's drinking from, Hubie Brown needs to take a sip because he is melting before our eyes.
Hubie's decrepit, absolutely decrepit, dude. He
It
looks
do
like
be
the Crypt
sad
Keeper.
sometimes. Yeah, I used to look forward to it. There was a point like when Memphis was really good.
Yes,
I used
That's
to
exactly right.
love Hubie Brown calling a Memphis defensive
He
effort.
loved it.
Yeah.
He loved it, dude.
You could
Yeah.
tell
Paul Gasol,
his
Mike
dick
Miller.
still worked. You could tell his dick still worked.
And
And then that shit
then
went
his eyes
south,
started
man.
drooping. And we're like, oh fuck, this might
Yeah.
be it, dude.
Dude, he's looking rough. He's got that old man posture with just the tall shoulders. You know what I mean?
Once your dick officially stops working, your whole shit slumps.
Yeah, I could see
think
him
that-
having one of those weird big old man penises that doesn't work at all. It's just that's purely ornamental at this point. It's almost like a problem with his alignment. Like his doctor's like, we should think about having it amputated, Hubie, because it's really throwing off your pelvic floor.
Old big dick niggas need penis reductions.
His dick looks like Kevin Love taking a charge, just flopped over.
Oh fuck, dude.
What about that Memphis team was kind of sick though, man. That was Drew Gooden was on that team and Paul Gasol and
The
Mike
grit and
Miller.
grind, yeah, for sure. They were fucking
Yeah.
Of course.
the redeemed Zebo. There's nothing because Hubie does have that borderline racist shit where it's just like,
Yeah.
it's like there's no place in the game for that, and it's just like a guy dunking. You know what I mean? It's like he does. So there's nothing a guy like that likes more than a redeemed like bad boy. You know what I mean? Like Zebo. So Zebo, when he was like, just fucking one in the community, like fucking hitting bank shots, not leaving his feet past the Trailblazers, and then you have like Mike Conley. It was like that's so his team, like the Gasol high post white center type shit.
Pump fake dribble drives.
Exactly, dude.
Dude, I was watching a game that Hubie was calling, and it was a Knicks game from the 90s, and it was when Mason had that beef with Pat Riley, and Riley suspended him, and he was like working on maybe being suspended the whole year by Riley.
Oh damn.
And you just heard it. Hubie Brown said something along the lines of, "You do not disobey your coach." I'm like, ooh, this sounds racist, dude. I don't like how this sounds.
Yeah, dude.
That was his vibe. Was like because back in the day we had Bernard King on our show back in the day, and he said playing for Hubie Brown, he was a piece of shit, and he didn't go into detail, but it was like, I don't know. He might have said some shit,
Yeah. Yeah, I got that from reading Breaks of the Game, because he's like young in that book. That book is like late 70s, I believe, or early 70s. I don't know. I don't even remember. I read it so long ago. But yeah, I mean, these coaches, he comes back. He coached in the era where fucking players made $30,000 a year, dude. Like he was the boss. He was the boss, and the players were his fucking employees. It's like he comes from a weird era.
You can't talk shit to your players like that when they have a second job, Yeah,
like, exactly. Yeah, he's like, fuck you. I'm making more money fucking selling aluminum siding. Fuck you, Hubie. Let me get some shots.
Shouts out to speaking of Doug Collins.
Yes.
The
Big
coach
time.
of Jordan. Jordan basically assembled the Expendables. It was like him, Hubie Davis.
Yeah.
Hubert Davis, what a fucking bum.
That's a weird one.
Hubert Davis?
Yeah, and
Hubert Davis was money for the Knicks, dude. He was like our off the bench. He was a shooter, dude. What are you talking about?
Well,
he was on the 01. He was fine. He was washed, but that dude was like 40-something% from three. He didn't miss.
Yeah,
Wait.
88.
This is the beginning, right? This is before they traded, because wasn't he in the trade with fucking Oak? Because Oakley was on that team. Oakley was on the Bulls.
Oakley was on the next team, so that was part two. Part two is Oakley,
okay.
Byron Russell, Stackhouse. Yeah, that's more expendably. Brian Cardinal.
Yes.
Brian Cardinal fucking hustled though, dude. I sound like Hubie right now.
Yeah,
now, that was a player.
Come on, Sven.
How about
don't defend Brian Cardinal right now?
Dude, but I loved Hubert Davis for a minute. I mean, that Knicks 90, fuck. He
was wild. By the time they got him, he was fucking done.
Yeah, exactly. This is like year 9. It had fallen off.
Who was your favorite Wizard ever?
Ooh, good question.
Favorite Wizard ever? I mean, the other day I said Caron Butler.
That's an acceptable answer, bro. He really.
I'm cool with that. He was so solid for us.
Yeah,
I loved him.
And like
And he
so
loved
was
playing with
Antoine.
Arenas.
Yeah, exactly. He was like Antoine, but cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was so much cooler.
Oh my
That
Better
was such a
defender.
fun team, though, dude. That when that was your big three, and it was like, I did peek back around when Gilbert was cooking, because it's like, it's the most accessible basketball team. It's like that year when you guys fucking had confetti come down because you made the playoffs. Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember?
Oh, hell yeah! I remember when they played in Baltimore for a second
Yeah,
because the
yeah,
fucking stadiums was getting moved around.
yeah. That was
All
so
that
fucking
shit,
funny.
man. Whatever.
That was a fun team, though. Gilbert fucking. I mean, Gilbert
Yeah.
in his DC prime was nice, dude. He was
All we did was get served up to LeBron every year,
every year.
and it would fucking suck. And then I knew, like, I basically knew it was over. Like when LeBron stepped to Gilbert at the line and he missed those free throws, it was like I knew that was the end because I seen it happen to Nick Anderson. It was like the same, like when Kanye's mom died.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like
It was
shit is
over.
about to fall off the rails,
Yeah.
son.
Yeah. Do you remember that, Sam, when fucking Gilbert was at the line? Was it to win the game or to tie the game, Jamel? Do you remember?
I want to say it was to go up one.
Either way, it's the closing seconds of playoff game, and it's fucking, and he's at the line, and LeBron just goes up to him and just fucking whispers something to him. Wait, is Sam just
something
frozen?
just like, hey,
Sam, are you here? Oh, damn.
hey.
I thought he was just really taking it all in for a while. Damn, we got no Sam, everyone. Bear with us. I thought Sam was like shocked at what we were saying.
Yeah,
He was frozen in like a perfect like listening posture, and we were both talking. So I was like, oh, maybe Sam's just like really fucking taking it in. Oh well, let's see what the fuck. Let's see. He's got a fucking shitty computer, so
What's he
he
working
said his
with, Dell?
computer froze.
He got a Dell.
Yeah, so we'll keep it going while Sam is figuring his shit out. This is the funny part of live streaming now. Let's see here. Hello, everyone watching. We all have shitty internet.
Yeah, but I think it's understood now. There's room for error here because don't nobody know what we're doing.
Yeah.
It's clear.
Oh yeah, he said. Anyway, and then restart. Okay.
While you guys do that, I will recount times that I have seen Wizards players on 14th Street.
Yes, please do.
One time I saw JaVale McGee in front of Park, which was the kind of the big club back in the day, Park on 14th. And I'm walking out of the club, a man with $4 in his pocket.
Respect.
I see the tallest person I've ever seen in a plain gray T-shirt.
Okay. And
I'm
this
like,
is young. This is young JaVale. This is when everyone thought he's a fucking laughing stock. When he had.
This is Shaq. This is the like pilot episode Shaqtin' a Fool.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You know what I mean, I'm
He's
like
tomahawking dunks that are fucking hitting the fucking just like bouncing all the way back.
Yeah, he's getting hit in the face with hot dogs.
Yeah,
his
absolutely.
pants are falling down. Yeah, I mean, he's looking like Lucille Ball out there. I see him in front of the club, and I didn't know it was him. But I was just like, who is this big fucking lurch ass, lanky ass, plain heather gray T-shirt, Hanes ass? What the fuck?
Right.
At the club ass. And then he turned around and it was him. And I was just like, oh my God, sir, I'm so sorry. I love you.
Mr. McGee, I apologize.
Mr. McGee, I apologize sincerely. I never.
You have to go put up 8 and 9 for the Wizards.
Just please, I never meant.
It's like you probably had better years than that.
No, not for us.
Not. You're probably right.
Then also at Park on 14th, I saw Brevin Knight and Joel Anthony.
Wow.
Packed. The club, it's packed. It's like Caribbean Fest night.
Love that.
It's packed. They have a roped off section, and it's just them two alone in VIP. No bitches.
No bitches whatsoever? No
Brevin
bitches
Knight
for
and
Brevin?
Joel Anthony, no bitches.
Let's go to the club and hang out, dude.
Yeah, and
Let's
I just
chill.
And I was drunk as shit, and I saw him, and I just like looked at Brevin Knight, and I was like, y'all just hang out here?
That rocks, dude. Respect to them, dude. Just fucking. Let's go get some fresh air, bro. Let's go get some fresh air at Caribbean Fest on 14th. No, I don't want to talk to. Do not bring any fucking Ecuadorian bitches. Do not bring any Jamaicans out here. I'm not interested in any Haitian pussy. I just want to have some fucking Hypnotic with my boy. I want to split a $40 bottle service of Hypnotic with my boy Brevin, and then I want to go home. I want to stop, get a jumbo slice.
No ice.
I want to go home.
No warm Hypnotic, please.
Let me drink warm Hypnotic out of a little plastic cup. That's fucking great, dude. I've never bumped into a single NBA player. You have another one?
Oh, I saw Jahadi White at the Popeyes on 14th and P Street.
Hell yeah.
Eating a 4-piece combo alone.
Wow. Did you happen to catch what his side dishes were? That would be interesting.
I kind of want to say I saw mashed potatoes and green beans, but I could be wrong.
Brutal. You can't have. You can't, dude.
He probably had fries, man.
Yeah, you got.
There's a lot of chicken, man. He was doing his thing.
Respect. It did always. I remember as a kid not realizing that like athletes just ate regular food. Like I remember when I saw like a fucking like a not even I wasn't even like young. I was just like I just assumed every athlete like just took it so seriously. I remember seeing even that video where Team USA, you remember that video where they're like stopped at a gas station and it's like LeBron and like Chris Paul, and they're just, oh, here we go. We got Sammy coming back in.
Uh-oh.
Sammy. Where's our boy at?
Okay.
There he is.
I see.
Yo.
Frames.
You good, bro? Your audio is going to come back in a second.
Sorry about that, man. Fuck.
No, it's all good, man.
So should I just record again? I lost the audio on my
yeah, just start it up on GarageBand again.
All right, cool.
Yeah, whatever. I guess that would be helpful. And if nothing else, we could use the second half of this audio.
Cool.
Yeah. Anyway, we were just reminiscing over times Jamel saw players in person. You missed some great Brevin Knight in the club stories.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Saw Brevin Knight and 0 bitches. Yeah. I never felt more connected to Jahadi White is my favorite because I was also eating like a 3-piece alone. Saw Jahadi White Popeyes.
Yeah. That's awesome that he would just being in a fast food spot in the city you play in, just eating alone, didn't pick up and go home, just sitting there eating.
After I looking at Basketball Reference today, Jahadi White has to be the mayor of the city. He played for 6 years. If he played his cards right, he probably like owns like a third of Northeast.
Yeah, dude, he absolutely should have invested. He should have invested. He owns that Planet Fitness on fucking New York Avenue, dude.
How about Arenas and Crittenden, Javaris Crittenden when the gun debacle went down? Because that must have been pretty crazy. Because that was like the beginning of the end.
I mean, that was the end. That
was just a slam shut. It's over.
Yeah, because that's when he was hurt and like was trying to come back too quick. Like he was like trying to run with like parachutes on, coming back from like an ACL.
Yeah. And
like it was all fucked up, and the fact that Javaris Crittenden was even on the roster was, come on.
R.I.P. Right? Bad. He's dead now, right?
Is he dead? No,
he's in prison.
He's in prison. Sorry, I'm sorry. He killed someone. I get that mixed up always. Yeah, he murdered someone. Yeah.
Honest mistake.
Honest mistake. That is crazy that there are just like murderers in the end. You'll have like the best life ever. You beat the system and you're like, I'm gonna kill someone. Fuck it.
Well, he did it on the way out after Gilbert had taken everything from him by brandishing a weapon. At that point, it's like, what do you have to lose, bro? Although I would like to see the Javaris Crittenden like Eastbound and Down in another life where he's making his comeback. And they're just like, he's the Kenny Powers of it. He's like, no, Javaris, put the guns away. You can't be strapped. You can't be strapped in this Turkish B League game.
And he's like, why not? That other dude is. And then like the ref strapped.
Yeah. Yeah, that's just in case he sees an Armenian though. That's kind of That's about national pride. Guns are legal in Turkey if used against Armenians.
Yeah.
So who are your guys now? Like, who are your favorite players? Because you're probably like me, where you're like a Wizards fan, but like, how many games can you watch? Like, you got to watch some good hoops too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this year I was definitely taking time off. Like, especially like when we were playing IT, there was just like weeks I couldn't watch.
Bro, I would check in and just like, I mean, the thing is, it would be interesting. The nights Bradley Beal was going off, which was basically every night that he played.
Yeah.
And he was fucking crazy. But it's like, they should have edited together just offense for the Wizards, because to watch them on defense is so painful. It's just like every time I would pop in, because I was popping in because like I was rooting for IT. Like, again, not as a Wizards fan, just as a guy who actually is more of an IT than Wizards fan. I was like, oh, let's see what's going on here. And I was hoping for a comeback. I was hoping for something. Nothing.
Well, the problem was at first when he was coming off the bench and we had Ish Smith starting, which is already hilarious.
Walt Frazier loves Ish Smith, by the way. For whatever reason, he's like Ish Smith again.
Yeah, because he's like a point guard. He's a point guard from the fucking '60s. That's why.
That's
exactly.
True.
He's a good passer, and he's got that teardrop. Yeah, I kind of like him.
He's just fast as shit.
He'd be so much better if the 3-point line didn't exist, for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. His three is super slow. But anyway, like, he's starting, and IT would come off the bench and play well for like 15 minutes out of frustration. And then we'd be in the press and be like, I feel like I should be starting. And then as soon as we gave him the keys, that shit went out the window. He didn't get hurt. He just sucked.
Didn't he get hurt? I thought he did get hurt.
No. He was just ass. He got hurt. Like, he missed like the first week of the season because he like fucked his thumb up.
Oh, okay.
And then
it's crazy to think that he got traded for fucking Kyrie Irving.
I know,
Isn't that crazy?
How many? 4 years ago? 3 years ago? 3.
It goes to show LeBron, other than the Heat, like, think about the times for what he's up against, man. Like, people like to say he had help that Jordan had fucking amazing teams.
Oh, dude, come on. Those, I mean, Cleveland.
LeBron had he was supposed to beat the stacked Warriors with Isaiah Thomas as his second guy.
I mean,
that was how it was built, because Kevin Love was built to be the third guy.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that was fucking ridiculous.
You give him a chance based off what he did with Boston, but
he killed it with Boston.
Getting hurt changed everything. His fucking hip.
Yeah, when you're
played
5'9",
like a '90s guy.
I mean, that year was crazy. That year he had is one of the most inspiring years, dude. Like, out of nowhere, he's 5'9". I think he finished 5th in MVP voting that year. Like, it's insane. He's first team. It's just like he averaged
draft pick.
He averaged
5'9".
What did he score? 30? What did he average? Like 30 that year? It was crazy. He had a crazy year. And in the fourth, he was unbelievable. I mean, it was so awesome to watch him. But yeah, poor guy got fucked. And we'll see. I don't think
he got dunked into the dirt. He like killed us, and then LeBron like put him through the floor. Dude. So I don't even understand why LeBron was trying to sign him anyway.
Yeah,
well,
no, I mean
that was a horrible trade. You have Kyrie Irving. You could have gotten Devin Booker for LeBron. You could have gotten someone.
Also, just guess what? Fuck Kyrie. Make him play or make him sit out. Like, what the fuck? You don't trade him for IT. Like, that was a weird. That was such. Danny Ainge was just like, you want to talk about fleece art? I mean, Masai is the best.
Him, but then they just lost Kyrie though, so he got fleeced back.
Yeah, Danny Ainge will see the error of his ways. Danny Ainge is.
I hope so.
He's Ebenezer Scrooge, and he's about to feel all this.
That's what I was hoping, but it looks like Tatum is fucking as good as everybody hoped, and Brown is a perfect complementary piece. I hate it. I hate that the fucking Celtics are good.
And one of them fools will be in Phoenix.
I hope so.
Real soon,
know, man.
Yeah,
they look pretty damn good. I was thinking about this more and more, that like LeBron had this kind of not always amazing supporting cast. Obviously, when he went to the Heat, but it's not like he and Wade were designed to play together. And then I was watching these '90s teams that went against Jordan. Like, I was watching the Suns and the Sonics, and it's like, dude, Gary Payton and Barkley did not have nearly as good supporting cast as Jordan.
No, dude.
Neither did Akeem Olajuwon. Neither did Patrick Ewing. It's fucking crazy.
It's not, dude. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's, to me, that's what you can hinge the like LeBron is better than MJ argument too is just like MJ always had. I mean, in a lot of those series, he had the superior team without question, and it was like he could neutralize whatever the best player was on that team, and it's like I don't know. I mean, you look at that, even those like the Jazz teams at the end. It's like you have like old fucking Stockton and Karl Malone and like fucking. I mean, who was he really? Yeah, it's just like who? Oh, Greg Oyster tag. Like,
well, they were the closest. I feel like.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I mean. Even that team is like, I mean, who was the best team that Jordan like had to like
the Lakers?
Probably the Lakers with at
with
the end, Magic
yeah.
at the end. Like,
yeah, probably.
After that, I mean, the Blazers were good, but they weren't like. I think they had,
they were good, but
they were good, but the Bulls had them. I mean, it's just like I don't know. Phoenix, like maybe Phoenix. I mean, Barkley was playing fucking out of his mind, but again, it was really just Barkley and Thunder Dan
and KJ, but KJ and Thunder Dan are not close to playing with fucking Pippen.
Yeah, and even Rodman at the time.
KJ, I will say KJ's close.
KJ was nice.
KJ had his best night, but he's a point guard. It's not you can't deal with Pippen with fucking KJ anyway.
I mean,
Pippen and Jordan's defense was to be the two best players and still be the best defensive players. It's insane.
Yeah. And they deserve credit for that. No one's saying that it's like a fucking slam dunk case that one is better than the other, but it's like, the league also was not as good. That's the other thing. That league was not as good as this league is today.
No.
Like top to bottom, player 1 through 12 is better now than it was in fucking 1992 for sure.
Dame even Lillard in the 90s?
Yeah, especially after expansion. It's like some of those teams were fucking absolute. Like one of the reasons they even get the record, the regular season record, is because there's so many fucking shitty expansion teams, that year, and the league is trying to figure it out. Now it's almost the opposite, where it's like an embarrassment of good ass fucking players.
That's true. It was that Rockets game I was watching. The Rockets team, not good.
Yeah.
Man.
Akeem's insane. And Akeem is like, he was like, for real, like top 10. Like
he will he would fuck up any center now.
Yeah.
Joel Embiid would get eaten for breakfast by Akeem Olajuwon.
For sure. The way he plays defense is like, he's faster than Embiid.
Yeah.
All that.
Absolutely.
He fucked Shaq up. He fucked Scott Brooks, Shaq up.
Yeah.
But Scott Brooks is trash. Scott Brooks is not good.
Absolutely, dude.
He's not good. He's getting quality big minutes. What's his name? Rodney Bullock, the other white dude who looked like a fucking pedophile mass shooter ass.
Matt Maloney, remember him?
Trash.
Yeah. No,
that
I know.
team is basically
Vernon
just like
Maxwell
young Ori.
could play.
Vernon Maxwell was good as shit. But he had herpes.
Mario
Ellie, young Ori, Akeem, and then Kenny Smith occasionally. And then it's like it's just whatever.
Young Cassell.
They couldn't hang with I don't think they could hang with the Blazers now.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, that's interesting. That's really interesting. This year's Blazers hurting everything? Or you mean like last year?
Nah, like I guess
last
Blazers
year's.
At their best. Yeah, last year's.
How about that Blazers team that lost?
Akeem would have 90 on these Blazers.
Yeah.
How about that Blazers team that lost to the Lakers? The team with, I'm talking about like Pippen, older Pippen, Rasheed, Steve Smith, Bonzi Wells, Damon, Stoudemire, Sabonis. That team could have fucked up a lot of early 90s teams, I think.
Same with the Kings. But I'm even saying you fast forward 10 years, and I'm just saying, like, I think that's your point, Jamal. It's like a middling Western Conference team of modern day could crush, like, Western Conference champions, could crush the teams Jordan was up against. And sometimes when you look at Jordan, it's like, obviously he's the fucking, either the best or the second best. But it's like, and when you look at even players that are historically great, what makes them great is that they just fit into today's game. Like, that they're just good enough to play in today's game in some ways. Like, the best, like, even you look at, like, Bill Russell, and it's like, yeah, he's awesome because he just, like, could play in today's game. Like, just the fact that he could, but so many people in that era are it's like disqualifying. They never could even.
Hey man, Bob Cousy would be
on the bench.
He would be playing. He'd be playing, but he'd be on the bench. Yes. I was listening to that like oral history. I'm reading like the audiobook of like the oral history of the game where it was like Jackie McMullen and like it's like this huge anthology. I don't remember what I forget the actual title, but I was listening to the beginning part and it's just like Kuzi's talking about. He was like, I believed I was the best player in the world. It's like Bob, he might have been right. You know what I mean? Like before Bill Russell came, and it's like any game where Bob Cousy looks at himself in the mirror incredibly, he's like, I'm the best at this right now. It's like, come on, bro. That's not a real league. That's fuck the Celtics for counting all those fucking championships. Actually, fuck the Lakers for counting the fucking George Mikan championships. That double is bullshit because it's like it happened in a different city, and it's like your best player was just like if you Photoshop transformed an accountant and just stretched him. It's like that's who fucking George Mikan was.
But don't you also think? I also think Jordan and those guys played to their like. Sometimes you played down your competition because I think those Bulls teams could hang with like any team now.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, don't get me wrong, but that's part of the argument against it. Is like they were like so perfectly put together, and you get lucky and like all this stuff. And it's like, yeah, those teams 100% would crush. I'm not talking about the Bulls. I'm talking about their competition.
But I mean, some of the competition though, when they were still hand checking, they were just absurd defensive teams. Like even those Sonics teams that were like whatever. I know Kemp wasn't like a great defender or whatever, but fucking Payton and Nate McMillan and all those guys, they played fucking D, dude.
Yeah, it's a tougher game. Obviously, it's more physical. But here's the other thing: it was more. People say that, but it's like the players are bigger and stronger now. I mean, they just are. It's like. They're huge. They're like,
but it's not
even
just about
Harden
big and strong,
is
though.
humongous, dude. Compared to like, there's not a lot of guys.
It's not just about
guys
size.
were skinnier back then.
I know, but Rodman he would get in the head of Malone and Kemp and bigger players. It's about just being a great defender.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm just saying like, even defense and even people talking about how physical it's a more physical game now because players are just fucking stronger. Even though it's not like you don't push each other. Obviously, it's not. The way it's played, but the bodies are bigger.
I feel like guys do take big hits now.
Yeah, for sure.
It's kind of talked about like the game is like so, but no, guys are still getting clotheslined.
Yeah, it's so much
all that.
But watch a '90s game; it's different, dude. I mean, they do fouls where you're like, that's insane. Like
it's not basketball, dude. Like that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like it's literally a fucking brawl. Anyway.
But that's my point is that like for Jordan to get past the Pistons, he literally got like abused.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's definitely true.
Hitting the court also fucking hurts.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
And it's like when you play pickup, you might fall once a year. Like if you fall in a pickup game,
right?
It's over. You're shutting it down for maybe the whole summer.
Yeah, yeah.
These dudes fall like 8-10 times a night.
And practice and shit like that. And that's what's also weird. What's interesting about those Chicago Bulls, like they practice hard as fuck. Like because of Jordan, and also because that was Phil Jackson's sort of like philosophy. Yeah. So it's like all those teams, practice hard as fuck.
This is how good the Wizards are. We've been talking about the Bulls for
Yeah, Jordan's Bulls for some reason. I do want to go back to the Wizards.
He swept us.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what?
At our best.
He makes a good point though about the falling. It's like, even when I fall now in a game, I'm falling like I'm aware that I'm falling. Where I'm like, shit, I'm falling. Like those guys fall and they just fall. It's like a gunshot where they just fucking hit the ground.
Totally.
Full speed. It's different.
No, it's brutal for sure. Jamel, you have your own basketball podcast, though. Tell the people, dude, if you guys like sports comedy, basketball podcasting, you got to check out Airbuds.
Yeah. Airbuds at Airbuds Pod on everything. Our thing is a little more like our thing is about how we're in love with each other and we want to have sex with each other. Like you guys kind of talk X's and O's. And kind of like, like the basketball culture, like we want to have sex with each other.
I get that.
It's
and that's
kind of
good.
Our angle. Yeah.
I respect that somebody has a gayer basketball podcast than us from straight men. Because we do spend a fair amount of time talking about every player's penis, how fuckable the owners are. But thank you for one-upping us.
Hey, no problem. Happy to help.
And just follow Jamel everywhere, dude.
Yeah, Jamel Johnson, spell it. You'll find me. A few different things. I got a thing on Spotify as well.
Yes, check out his EP on Spotify. Very funny. I think it's good, which is the title, and also my opinion of it.
Yeah, last shirtless photo of me. Thanks for rocking with that, because I know you being shirtless is your lane. This was an homage.
Of course, man.
It was a tip of the hat to the god.
Of course, dude. Of course, brother. Well, anyway, guys, remember to rate and review us. Tell your friends about it, all that kind of shit. We appreciate you listening. We're going to be back, and we're going to try and do 2 a week, and we're thinking about going the Patreon route ourselves here. So we're going to try and do like a call-in thing so you guys can actually interact. We're testing out all the technology right now. We're doing this. Hopefully this live stream has worked. But that's going to do it for us, folks. Stopping the live stream now. This will be the end of the recording. Thanks, guys. Thanks for listening. Bye.